Oh boy, once again it's that time. It's your boy, 41-year-old father of a 13-year-old genius, Richie Fike, hanging out with the one and only
Justus Fike, the one and only who can speak 3 languages and knows everything about the world.
So that's how you say your name in Spanish? Justus? Justus. So the S is silent? One of the S's is silent.
No, it's Justus.
Right, so one of the S's is silent.
Yeah, the first S is silent.
I don't understand how that works.
She won gay.
Okay, so wait. Justus, is that, what language is that?
I'm pretty sure that's Spanish.
Okay, you're taking Mandarin classes, but you're saying your name in Spanish.
Yeah, I don't take Mandarin.
How do you say your name in Mandarin?
No speak Chinese.
No speaker. Oh my gosh. I'm tempted to start the whole thing over, but I think that is one of the funniest things you've said in a while, so I'm going to keep it. Guys, it is a very special episode of the FIKE Club. We're so glad you've joined us today. We are doing our mailbag episode. Now, to be clear, many of the questions that you're going to hear today came via text message directly to me. But a few of them actually did come through the email, which is, in case you're wondering, thefikeclub@gmail.com. And we're going to try to do these maybe once a quarter. We just asked a bunch of people to give us ridiculous, squirmy, would you rather, what if questions. And so I literally have in front of me like 100 questions, but I'm only going to pick maybe 10 or 12 or so. This will be kind of a shortened episode. No Stroop Award this week, no boss moves, and no movie. This is only mailbag, only questions. And so we're really excited about it. So this is kind of an elongated version of the question game. And one of the things I want to tell you guys, many of you have texted and emailed and even tweeted about this, that some of you believe that our bumpers are too long. And you know what? I heard you. I've heard from the people. And so I went in and I've shortened some of the bumpers for you because I love you and care about you. So this is the shortened version. Wouldn't it be great if this was like an 11-minute long bumper and I set the whole thing up?
Yeah.
And it was actually like an 11-minute bumper.
No, it was like the whole podcast was just this bumper.
And there's no questions.
And then it was just like, all right, guys, that's the end of the podcast.
It'd be great if I did that. But I didn't because I'm a loving and wonderful and caring individual. But anyway, all right, with no further ado, it is time for the longest version ever of the question game.
And I have a question for everybody here tonight.
Asking all these questions, why you asking all these questions? Asking all these questions, why you asking all these questions? Asking all these questions, why you ask so many questions?
And let me ask you something.
I got a question.
Let the games begin.
Yes, let the games begin. All right, Justus. Justus, you have not read these questions. You don't know what's coming, right?
I have no idea.
Yes. So, by the way, I think for the next question game, it'd be good if, like, you gather a bunch of questions from your friends to ask me.
See,
and then I'll gather a bunch of questions from my friends to ask you. And then that way, we'll both be squirming.
See, that's impossible because I have no friends.
Oh, you have tons of friends. Hey, if you're listening and you want to be Justus' friend, he wants to be your friend too. So join us on @the_FIKE Club on Instagram and Twitter and all the rest. All right, Justus, first question. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, here's your question.
That was a nice cheap plug.
I like this one. This is from Brian Poppy. What's up, Pop?
Poppy.
Poppy says this. Justus, what is a fast food restaurant that is most likely to give you diarrhea, but you'll do it anyway?
See, the places where I eat, there's not a lot of places that give me diarrhea. So, hypothetically, is this like, would I still eat there if I got?
Yeah, so like, let's say there was a restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
What if it's like, okay, it's this. It's
Chili's.
What is your Chili's is your favorite restaurant?
Chili's is my favorite restaurant. If I had diarrhea every time I ate out.
Chili's, by the way, was the birthplace of the question game.
It was.
So I think it has a sentimental place in your heart.
It does.
Okay, and you love their chips and queso, right?
Yeah. If that gave me diarrhea, I would eat it every day.
So even if you knew every time you ate chips and queso it was going to give you diarrhea, you would still chomp it down.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. All right. Me, it'd be Chick-fil-A. Like, I guess if I knew for a fact that every time I ate Chick-fil-A I was going to have diarrhea, I would still do it.
I thought you were going to say Freebirds.
It's fast food. I don't think of Freebirds as fast food.
I don't think of Chili's as fast food.
No.
But, I mean...
Okay, Poppy has another... He has two serious questions, and I like both of them. All right, so here it is. So, Justus, actually, I'm curious to hear your answer to this question. What is your greatest fear? Tell the people what your greatest fear is.
My greatest fear is cutting my toenails.
Okay. Okay.
I'm a... There's a technical term. It's like it's either anaphobic or like toephobic.
Toephobic.
I'm like, I think that's the term. But yeah, I'm scared of cutting my toenails. Like whenever I know it's time, I'm just like super scared.
Even still, at 13 years old, you're scared to cut your toenails.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be scared for my whole life.
Brother, you got some eagle talons growing down there right now.
Yeah.
I believe you could cut through glass with those suckers.
I would not mind to try.
Well, just try it at school. Don't try it here. Okay. Are you ready? Here's one I haven't read yet. I'll answer first. Would you rather swim in sewer water or in blood? That's pretty dark. That's from Trevor. That's a pretty... I don't want to answer that one. That's a dark question, Trevor. Can we stop the podcast and pray for Trevor?
Prayer break in the middle of the Greatest Royal Rumble. They had a prayer break. So, as WWE fans, we have to take our prayer break.
Yeah. All face due west and pray for Trevor. Okay, I like this one, though. Check this one out. Would you rather fight 100 chicken-sized monkeys or one monkey-sized chicken?
I would say monkey-sized chicken.
Aren't they kind of the same size, monkeys and chickens?
Like, monkeys are actually taller than chickens.
Guess.
So I would say one monkey-sized chicken, because maybe I could just strangle it. Or, like, get in, like, a choke lock. And
so this is a death match between you and this monkey-sized chicken.
Yeah. I mean, I think I could stop a monkey-sized chicken.
You remember that scene in Rocky where he had to catch the chicken?
Yeah.
Do you think Rocky could catch a monkey-sized chicken?
Probably.
I don't know, man. I think there's something to this.
I feel like... I don't know. I think it would be easier.
All right. This next question was directed at me, so I'll answer it. Would you rather win a Grammy... Oh, hold on. Would you rather write a Grammy-winning hit or win a WWE Championship title belt? I mean, there's no question. I want the Grammy.
Yeah.
I want the Grammy. You know?
Yeah.
I got close to a Grammy once. Did you know that?
Yeah, with We Believe.
We Believe. I got close.
Because it was in... It came out in like 2014 or 2015.
Yeah.
The movie. And it was like... It came in like second, right?
Yeah, we lost almost every award that we were nominated for to Lauren Daigle. So thanks a lot, Lauren Daigle. She's now like my blood rival. Like if I see her in the streets...
You'll be like, you want to go?
Well, when I see her in the streets, I say nice things about her. But as soon as she walks by, I talk real nasty about her. Like, I can't believe that.
Have you ever met her?
Yeah, I've written with her. Yeah. But
if she's listening to this podcast, what would you have to say to her?
I'm pretty sure she's not listening to this podcast. But if she is, hey, Lauren, I love you. Let's write sometime real soon.
Let's make that Grammy.
You know what I'm saying? Hashtag 2019 Grammys. All right. Justus, would you rather eat a cricket or an earthworm?
Neither.
You have to choose.
Let's see. I feel like an earthworm will give me like a heart disease. And
Wait, no, that's not how you get a heart disease.
Look, I'm not gonna risk getting a heartworm.
Okay. The man said, do you... Not a heartworm, an earthworm.
Okay, an earthworm in my heart.
It's not going to touch your heart. It's going through your intestines.
Good point. I'm still going to go with a cricket because I've heard that cricket actually can taste good if you fry it correctly.
Oh, yeah, that's true. He doesn't stipulate how. So,
Worms just, like, unless you're saying a gummy worm.
yeah.
I can eat a gummy worm.
Okay. I would eat the cricket.
Yeah.
Worms are gross.
Worms just freak me out.
Like on Fear Factor when they're like...
When they like put you all in worms. I'm like, look, you might be giving me money, but I'm going to have nightmares for the rest of my life.
Crickets are like cute. They're these cute little creatures and, you know...
They just roam around your house.
Yeah, they're like, hey, I'm Jiminy Cricket.
It doesn't matter that much. You see, this is why crickets should be welcomed into our households.
Man, the other day I stepped on a cricket and I really felt bad for him.
I know. Crickets are like the only, like, not like, and not like, you know, like insect that I care about.
You don't like insects.
I hate insects.
Yeah.
Like, if you gave me the ability to snap, I would snap that all insects are
You
dead.
have the ability
But
to
can't.
snap. Like, you can snap, dude.
I know, but you know, like, if I was Thanos and I snapped, my snap would be all insects are dead.
Okay, so what? But think about what that would do to our ecosystem.
Look, I'm saying I snap, and it doesn't matter, and all insects are gone.
Right, but it does matter. Insects are here for a reason. God is smarter than you.
Good point.
Yeah.
That's why Thanos doesn't work as a villain.
Yeah. Well, he thinks he's a good guy. Okay, let's keep going. About 7 or 8 more. Let me find this. I'll tell you my very favorite one. When I'm gonna save that one for last. Okay, here's one from Jesse that was directed directly at me. It says, Richie, and I'm gonna tell you right now, this isn't hard. It says, would you rather be forced to go barefoot for a year, or be forced to only eat vegetables for a year? So I can't go barefoot.
Why?
I can't go barefoot, dude. I can't play tennis barefoot. And have you seen my shoe collection? I got to floss in these streets, bruh.
Good point.
I got to let them see. I got to let them know. I can't be out here, hiding my light under a bushel. No, I got to let it shine.
Yeah, but meat.
Think about what it would do to my body if I went all vegetables for a year. Your boy would be chiseled. You know what I'm saying?
I don't, because nobody's used chiseled in 10 years.
Well, I'm bringing it back. Michelangelo and Richie Fike. Chiseled. Now what? You see it. Remember, I was like the hawk last episode. I was like the hawk flying in the sky. You see it. Chiseled. Hashtag chiseled.
I think I know your catchphrase.
What is it?
You see it.
You see it. I like that one. Okay, this one's for you, Justice.
Oh, great.
What if, this is from Justin, by the way. Justin, who is actually my boss.
Yeah, I should probably answer this one correctly.
Answer it correctly. This is from Justin. He says, what if Justice could change one family rule? What would it be and why?
Ooh.
There's one family rule that you could change.
Man, my parents do such a great job at running the house. There's really nothing I feel like I would want to change.
Man, you need more rules in your life, dude.
Yeah, maybe. No, I don't need more rules. I think the one rule I would change would be... Dang it, I don't know.
You got stumped on this one.
I'm stumped.
Well, let's name some of your rules. What are some of the rules that we keep up with you?
Do your homework, bedtime. That's pretty much it.
Yeah. I mean, you're kind of past rules at this point. You're going to, when you get to like 15, 16 and you got a driver's license, there are going to be some new rules coming up here.
Gotta be home by 9.
Something called curfew.
Oh, great.
Yeah. But we're going to have tracking devices on you. So
What?
we'll know where you are at all times.
Wait, what?
Oh, yeah. We have 3 tracking devices on you right now. I always know where you are at any moment. You didn't know that?
I do, because I remember you made up that story.
Do you remember when you broke your collarbone?
Yeah.
Yeah, we put a tracking device in your collar.
Serious?
Yeah, 100%. Facts.
Don't believe this.
Yeah, we know where you are at all times. You didn't know this?
You know, I don't believe you. But now I know what rule I would change. You're not allowed to follow me. Oh, I know a better one. So, in the Fike family, we have this thing where my dad is addicted, and I say addicted with full caps, to corn. And I absolutely, over the past couple years, have grown to hate corn.
I love corn. I really do.
You know,
and people that know me know that I love corn.
Yeah. And it's one of the things that I like. If I got to change one like serious rule in our family,
the way I think about it is
it would
this:
definitely be that.
It's like, what would make this meal better? If we had a really good meal, what would make it better?
Not corn.
The answer is always corn. Yeah, it's always corn.
I don't know what you're talking about. Corn is absolutely terrible.
It's not terrible. It's
Have
amazing.
you ever seen your poop after eating
Oh,
corn?
you took it too far. This is a PG podcast.
We ain't PG no more.
Well, we PG-13 at this point. All right, let's move on. Okay, let's see here. This is from Alana. She says, Justus and Fike, what are your favorite father-son activities that make you laugh and bring you closer together?
Watching basketball and football and sports and talking about sports on our way home.
Yeah, and I think kind of this podcast.
Yeah.
Honestly,
like this gives us something to do every week, other than for me schoolwork and him his job and worshiping Jesus and stuff like that.
and like worshiping Jesus. You crack me up, bro. All right, next question. You ready?
Yeah.
Are you ready? This is from Landon. He's one of my running partners, and he says, would you rather have to run everywhere you go, no walking, not even short distances, or fart every time you stand up? So you never walk. Every time like when you get up and you like, I'm going from here to the kitchen, I have to run to the kitchen.
Is it like a jog, or is it like full
run.
out sprint?
He says you have to run everywhere you go.
I think that would be better for me, but I don't have that endurance to do that. Wait, so what if I'm in the car? Do I have to?
You can't. Well, no. Every time you stand up to walk somewhere,
Okay,
you're running.
I think I'd rather do that than fart. I like the joking of farting.
Dude, you are the king of the SBD.
Yeah.
Do you know it?
I'll just silently do this bit.
Yeah, again, audio format. Nobody can see the motion. He's lifting up his right buttocks.
No, it's the left. The left buttocks. I get that up a bit.
If the left buttocks is lifted, we're about to get.
It's look out below.
Yeah. Look out below. Oh my gosh! All right, just a few more.
No, we have
I like this question.
We have to do a million of these.
I like this question, Justice. I'm curious to see what you would say. Okay, this is from Bryce, who is a troublemaker. And he says,
no, he's not.
If Justice got into serious trouble, would he call mom or dad first?
Well, I'll call my mom first, because she would be mad at me for a solid minute, and then she'll come get me. But with my dad, you see, my mom, she goes from 10 to 0. My dad, he'll be like, all right, 2. Then the next day, the sarcasm level 6. Then the next day, affinity. He just goes in on you. And it's that car ride home would be the most uncomfortable thing ever.
Wow, what would I do? What do I do in the car ride home?
From past experiences, you would be like, boy, you better tell the truth. Or be like, you feel like, Or It would be super uncomfortable, and I would just not like.
Well, how
it.
about the time I caught you in a lie, and I said
that was the most uncomfortable moment of my whole life.
And I was like, I'm certain that you're lying. There's no question there's no doubt that you're lying. So you're either going to tell me the truth, or don't talk to me at all.
Like that was the most like, I don't know what to do.
Right, but once you come clean with me, right? Once you come clean and you admit what you've done, and you're ready to accept the punishment and the responsibility, then we're all good, right?
Yeah. But then you throw sarcasm into it the next like week or so, and it's uncomfortable.
I do that. You want me to work on that? You want me to not
That'd
be
be
sarcastic?
great.
That's hard for me.
I like sarcasm because I get it. I do it a lot.
Yeah.
I'm a very sarcastic person, and I get it from you. But that's one of the things I'm just like, Dad, I know I messed up. You don't have to sarcastically be rude to me.
You know what I think, though? I think sarcasm is like, in that situation, it's kind of me it's me fishing for whether or not you really understand how bad what you did was. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I'm a
Because you're like me, you're quick to apologize. Like if you do something wrong, you go, oh yeah, I'm sorry about that. I shouldn't have done that. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I apologize. And then you want the whole thing to be over. That's how I am too. Like when Dana gets mad at me, when your mom gets mad at me, I'm like, you know what? You're right. I did the wrong thing. I'm sorry. Let's move on. But she wants to linger in it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because and I think part of it is she wants to be sure that I really am sorry. It's one thing to know you did something wrong. It's another thing to be sorry.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
It's like, oh yeah, I messed up. And then you do it the next time and you're like, ugh, doesn't matter.
Right.
But it's a different thing to be like, yeah, I messed up. I probably shouldn't do that again.
Yeah.
So.
All right, so that was a good question, Bryce. I don't know who I would have called when I got in trouble. I think I would have just tried to cover it up and not call either of them when I was a kid.
Like, most likely I would probably try and do that, and then I would realize, yeah, I'm stuck.
Okay, Justice, this next question is for both of us. It's from Lee Grace back in Baton Rouge. What up, LG? She says, if you could be any Disney princess, which one would you be and why?
Well, I've only seen 2, maybe 3 of them, and that was Frozen, Rapunzel, and Snow White.
Oh, yeah.
So I think I would probably go with Elsa, because ice baby.
Well, and Elsa's got some magic powers.
Yeah, that's what I'm
saying. They
saying.
don't all have magic powers.
Yeah.
Some of them are just pretty.
I mean, Rapunzel just has long hair. Like, look,
yeah, big deal.
And then at the end of it, she cut her hair.
Yeah, so now you lost all your power.
It's like, oh, well, thanks. So.
Yeah. What's the girl's name from Brave? Is she a princess in Brave?
I think she is. She's like Scottish and all. Oh yeah, I'm Scottish.
She's strong. She's chiseled. Do you know what I'm saying?
Hashtag chiseled confirmed.
She's like a chiseled Disney princess. So I feel like I got to go with her.
I don't even know what chiseled means.
It's Michelangelo and me. Do you know what I'm saying? We out here in these streets. We're chiseled.
We out here in these streets.
I can't help it. You see me. I know you see it.
I sadly do.
Okay, now this question it comes from Lawson. And he says, Justice, do you want to be like your dad and be a worship leader one day?
No.
Yes or no?
No.
You don't want to be a worship leader?
I love worshiping, but my goal in life is to be the best NBA general manager of all time.
You can't do both?
Sadly, no.
No, probably not.
I mean, I'm going to go to church every Sunday, but...
You know, we prayed for you when you were in the womb. We prayed that you would have my rhythm and your mom's tone.
Neither of that happened.
And instead, you got your mom's rhythm and my tone. So you're in a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I got your smarts, so...
Yeah, that's good. I like that. All right. Lawson wants to know my favorite memory from the FIKE band And Lawson, I'm just going to tell you, and you know this, there was a night where we were in Denver. We landed in Denver, and we had to drive to Colorado Springs, and we landed super late, like 11:45 p.m. or something. And I was already grumpy because I had like a massive headache. And we got on I-20 heading to Colorado Springs.
I remember this.
And dude, we were in a minivan. Mm-hmm. And it was like 6 of us in this big minivan. And these guys were like rice, what is it, a rice rocket? Like street cars, like Fast and Furious cars. Mm-hmm. They're on I-20 and it's 3 lanes. And they're like side by side by side. And they're like drag racing on I-20. Yeah. And so, like, they're in front of us, and they're going, like, 35 miles per hour. Speed limit's 75. And it's a straightaway. And then, all of a sudden, they just, like, I don't know, they must have been making hand signals. And then they would just go. And so, they go, they're off. And we're like, gosh, I'm so glad they're done. Well, now, I'm going 75 in a minivan. And here comes another set of rice rockets in front of me. And I was like, no way. I'm not getting behind these cars going 35 again. So I start weaving in and out of traffic in this minivan. And, like, all the guys are, like, screaming and yelling, like, no, what are you doing? And I'm like, forget you, rice rocket. And I'm like, I'm in a minivan. I'm about to smoke you in a minivan. And so, like, I am losing my mind. Michael is in the front seat, and he is dying. He thinks we're going to die. And Lawson and Dana are in the back, and they're freaking out.
Yeah, that's my mom.
Dude, we were laughing so hard. And I wasn't joking. I was, like, mean mugging. Like, I was like, no. You people are not about to get in front of me again on this I-20. So that was one of my favorite all-time Fike Band memories. But we had some good times in the Fike Band back in the day. And we're kind of recruiting a new Fike Band even now, and so I'm excited about that. We're coming to Lufkin, Texas next weekend to do a gig with Carpenter's Way Church. Shout out to Carpenter's Way and to Christy and Teresa and our family that are all going to be there. It's going to be cool. All right, let's do 2 more. By the way, Honeybee sent in some questions, and I don't think she quite understood. Like, I don't think she quite understood the gist of what we're trying to do here. Here's one of her questions: why do men fight tears? When tears come anyway, why do they say, "I'm sorry"? I don't understand this question. Like. I'm sorry, Honeybee, we love you. I don't quite understand the question.
Mute my mic.
Justus is running away laughing. Where are you going?
I just need a minute.
I'll just say, for me, I don't fight my tears. I'm a crier.
I cry, so it's just...
You're a crier. Oh my gosh. Both of us are criers.
Yeah, I'm Justine over here.
I cried, like, I watched a movie last night with Dana called Tully, and I cried like 7 times in that movie. Like, wow. No doubt. Like, I'm a crier.
You cried like 4 times in Frozen.
Yeah, I kept like, the music would make me cry, like, do you want to build a snowman? I was like, I do. I want to build a snowman.
And it was right before we moved to Louisiana.
But dude, I was so cold in that theater, and I had on a hoodie, a real warm hoodie, and it was a recliner seat, and I fell asleep. Like, so, like,
you fell asleep like 3 times.
So here's what happened. So, like, the movie turns on. I was like, okay, Frozen. I don't know why we're here.
Why were we there?
I don't know. Because it was the hot movie. And I think everybody was like, you have to see it. And you wanted to see it for some reason. Yes, you did. You were at the age where you're like, I want to see Frozen. Right, okay, fine. So we went. And I was like, I'll give it a chance. Do you want to build a snowman? I was all in. And then it got real boring. And I was real comfortable. And I fell asleep. And then I woke up right at the moment where they started Let It Go. And, like, Let It Go, like, totally made me cry again. I was like, let it go, let it go.
I was bored that whole movie.
Well, I was too, except for the music made me cry. All right, anyway, so Honeybee, I don't know why when men don't cry. I cry, and I'm a man. I'm chiseled.
I think she's saying Ned doesn't cry.
Oh, but you know what Grandpa does? What your grandpa, my dad, does? He goes, sure is dusty in here. I sure wish they would actually clean this theater before people come in here. Ooh, sure is dusty. But he also, my dad doesn't cry, but he gets goosebumps on his arm. Mm-hmm. And the people can't see this, but he'll go, babe, babe, and he'll like tap her, and then he'll point to his forearm, and he'll be like, goosebumps, look at that, babe. Look at those goosebumps, babe.
I love my grandparents.
Yeah, my dad, your grandpa is a character. One day we'll have to talk all about him.
Yes, and we can't wait for him and Honeybee to eventually come on the show.
Yes, they're both going to come on this summer. Okay, seriously, 2 more questions, okay?
Aww.
2 more. A lot of you sent in questions. We're going to use them for the next time. Jay Felker. This is the squirmiest question of all of them for me. This is directed to me. Would I rather, Fike, would you rather Justus go to the University of Alabama or Justus put a Rafael Nadal sticker on his first car?
Yes! I'm so gonna do that.
What? That's harsh.
Thank you. That's the best idea ever.
What?
I'm gonna put it on like the back of my car just so you can see it. I'm gonna be like, "Hey, Dad."
You're gonna be like, "Vamos, Rafa."
Vamos, Rafa.
The answer is Alabama. Although I will say this, Jay, if Justus got a full paid scholarship to Alabama, and he could like be an intern for Nick Saban, I'd be all in. I'd be like, now I wouldn't cheer for Alabama. There's nothing you could do in your life. Even if you played football for Alabama, I'm sorry, I would wear purple and gold to every game, and I would cheer for LSU. But if you did something good, I'd be like, "That's my boy, kill him,
kill that boy,
kill number 55, Tigers. Here we go, Tigers."
Wait, so what if Alabama offered me a full scholarship?
Right.
And it was down to Alabama and LSU.
Yeah.
And LSU said, "We don't want you." What would you say? Still go to LSU or Bama?
Well, I would advise you to get your scholarship from Alabama, and I think it would mean that LSU knows something that Alabama doesn't. I would trust the wisdom of LSU in that situation. Okay, Justus, here's your last question. Are you ready?
Wait, I want to do like 5 more.
No, one more question. This is the absolute hardest question.
But can we do the one for Miss Stroop?
Oh, okay, yeah, we'll do Stroop. Here we go. The famous Mrs. Stroop sent in a few questions, and so I'm going to give you the best of hers. Are you ready?
Yeah.
She says, Justus, and to me, I guess it's to both of us, would you swallow a live goldfish for $20? Here's a live goldfish, and here's $20. You have to swallow the live goldfish whole. Would you do it?
No.
You wouldn't? What about $100?
Possibly.
Oh, so you have a price.
If you up it up to $300, I'll do it.
For $300, you will swallow a live goldfish.
Yeah.
Okay, listeners, there you go. If you'd like to put together a Kickstarter or a GoFundMe, you need about $304 to do it because a goldfish costs $4. We're not buying the goldfish, but if you can raise $304, then Justus will swallow a live goldfish and we will film it and put it on the internet. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, he's in. No. My answer is yes. I would swallow a goldfish for $20.
You're such a cheap boy.
I would do it. What's the big deal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what if I came up to you and said, here you go. Would you be like, nah, man, I'm not doing that?
You got to show me the money first. You know what I'm saying? I don't trust you. All right. This is the absolute hardest question that anyone has sent in. It is the question of the week. It's my favorite question. This is from Alan Briggs. You remember Alan? Mm-hmm. Alan's coming to McKinney this summer. Did you know that?
No, I did not.
He's preaching in June here at McKinney Church.
That's great.
Yeah, pretty exciting. Anyway, okay, so Alan asked this, and I think it's to both of us. He says this, Justice. Would you rather bathe your grandma right now? Would you rather bathe your grandma or have to be bathed by your grandma?
Which grandma are we talking?
Get a little closer. What'd you say?
Which grandma are we talking about?
You pick. You've got 3 grandmas.
Ooh. Well, I know I trust Honeybee the most.
You trust her the most.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's nothing against my other grandparents. It's just she like loves to talk to me and stuff. So I'm okay with saying I would rather her bathe me than I bathe anyone else.
So,
why would I want to bathe some 80-year-old woman? I'm sorry, but like, no.
None of your grandparents are 80.
Okay, 60, 70.
You're not trying to bathe an old woman, is what
I'm
you're
not.
saying.
I'm not trying to bathe anyone.
My answer is I would bathe my mama. I would do it. I don't have to look. I can kind of look away. I can have the soap in one hand and like a loofah. I don't have to touch anything. I can just look the other direction. But I can't. I'm 41 years old. I can't have some grown woman all up in my business. I can't do this. I don't care if we're family or not. You know?
Yeah, as a kid, I would rather they do it than me.
Yeah. Now that's a terrible question. Is that not?
That's like the worst type of question to ask.
That has got to be the squirmiest question I have ever read.
Like I don't even want. I'm gonna have to dream about that tonight. Thanks, Alan.
Thanks, Alan Briggs.
Thanks, Alan.
Yes, thanks, Alan. And thanks to everybody else for making this a great first mailbag episode of the FIKE Club. We are really doing well with our subscribers. If you haven't yet subscribed, if you're just listening to this episode, man, I'd really encourage you to subscribe to the FIKE Club. We need your support. As always, there's only one rule in regards to the FIKE Club, and that rule is...
always talk about the FIKE Club.
Yeah, tell everyone you know. We need all the love and support you can give us. So listen, we love you guys. We'll talk to you next week. We had a great time doing this, and we hope you did too. Peace.